Hello. After weeks and weeks, it certainly seems like weeks and weeks of talking about it, it is the 1st of August here in Australia, which means one thing, it is the start of our year of Granny Squares Cal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a few videos on my channel. I'll link one below which speaks about it a little more in depth. But basically, there is a number of us here that are going to be making one granny square per week from the book A Year of Granny Squares by Madeit. Now, as it drew closer to the 1st of August, I was just getting more excited because there really is just so many of you that are really keen to jump on board with this. It's actually blown me away. It started from my friend Pamela at Ginger Cat Crochet saying, that it might be fun. And because I sort of, loosely mentioned it in one of my videos, and then we've just run with it. Pamela spoke about it on her channel, as did Caroline for the Love of Crochet. And there are a number of you that have now come across, purchased the book, and are happy and excited to start the Cal. So being that it's the 1st of August here in Australia, I thought, what better time to get going, upload a video. And I do have a confession to make. It was the 31st of July yesterday, so really, and only a few hours away from being the 1st of August, I couldn't help myself. I made my square. And once I started on this pattern and I could see it taking shape, I couldn't stop. And then I thought, as I am the host of the Cal, I think for this first video, I wanted to share mine early, get you motivated and inspired, and then each week I can do a weekly wrap up, because hopefully a lot of you have sent me your squares and I will be able to share them. So here we go, without further ado. Now we are working from the front of the book and starting with square number 1, which is on page 6, and it is Spring Kite. Now, I have mentioned before that the book is divided into the seasons, beginning with spring. So the first 13 squares are all spring themed, if you like. So that was our pattern, or is our pattern. And if you have seen my previous video, I did decide to stick to a similar colour palette to what Kylie had, and I happen to pretty much have those colours in my stash. So that was fortuitous. Now the colours I used are, now this is Blush in Premier Worsted acrylic weight. I also used Duck Egg Blue, which is Paintbox Simply Aran, and Stylecraft. This is Special Aran in the colour Watermelon, and the three of those work really well together. So that was my 3 colours. I used a 5mm hook, and it turned out pretty large. Now, when I started, I was almost for a moment second guessing my choice of using acrylic, because, acrylic versus cotton, or a cotton blend, I think you would agree that you get a better stitch definition, in using a cotton or a cotton blend. For example, these are 2 squares that have been done in cotton, and they were test squares that I did for Kylie. Now, comparing that to what I was working with, I was a little bit worried, a little bit dubious, but as the pattern began to take shape, and I haven't made anything like this before, so I think that's the beauty of this Cal, is that we're going to be potentially learning new skills and trying new things, which I think is great. This pattern was an intermediate level. So, definitely not your average granny square. However, I trusted the process and trusted Kylie's instructions, which I was able to follow no problem. And here is the result. I think you would agree that it's pretty cool. This is a big square, by the way. It measures 7.5 inches. So if all my squares measure that length, I'm going to be able to make numerous blankets, I feel, or I don't even know, wall hangings. I'm not too sure. I'm going to wait and see. But yeah, that was a really, really decent size, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I gave it a bit of a steam block overnight, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So I have got my little printable tracker that I created. This, ignore my poor printer ink there. It's a little bit lacking, but I've been able to make a note of the colors that I've used when I've completed it, and I've highlighted it because I've ticked it off, and that's going to help motivate me and yeah, encourage me to keep going. However, if the rest of the squares are enjoyable as this, then there'll be no problem with motivation, because I already feel like I want to start on square number 2. I really did enjoy making this square. Yeah, so given that I am hosting it, I thought, and given that today is the beginning of the CAL, I decided that I would share my square, make it a little early and share it, because as I said, I want to encourage, inspire all of you that are participating in the CAL. And also I decided that I will, so obviously we'll have a weekly video that will come out on either a Thursday or a Friday, so potentially a Wednesday or a Thursday if you're on the other side of the world. And I will do a weekly, so this time next week I'll be doing a weekly wrap up, and I do hope to be able to share lots of your squares. So if you are happy for me to share them on the channel, then please email them to me at inmysparetimecrochet@gmail.com, or you can upload them if you're in our private Facebook group, which anyone can join. All you need to do is go onto Facebook and search A Year of Granny Squares Cal, and you will find the group. Just put in a request to join and I will approve you. If you're in that group and you would like to post it there, go ahead and just let me know if you're happy for me to share on the channel. It's also a great place to be able to ask questions. If you have any issues, as I said, I hadn't done that before, but I was able to sort of work it out. But if you had any issues or troubles, for example, pop questions in the group, or even comments below in this video if you need some assistance. We're all there to help each other. So yeah, I'm honestly, I'm really keen to start the next one, but I won't. I will hold off until mid next week, and then I'll consider. I don't know, feel free if you quite kind of like me doing it a little early to show mine, then I can do so. I haven't fully decided, but either way, there will be a weekly wrap up with the pictures of the squares that all of you lovely people have done. If you're only just seeing this now and you would like to join in and you hadn't heard about it and you are prepared to buy the book, go for it. You can join in, play catch up at any time. We're really a lovely community on here and very encouraging and supportive. So we'd like as many people as possible. And, you know, really, honestly, it's blown me away the amount of people that are keen to participate. So welcome everybody. That's it. that's it for now. Just a fairly short and sweet video, but I just had to, you know, share that square with you all, because I'm just super excited that we've finally got here and it's finally started. So I look forward to seeing all of your squares. Any questions, sing out below or send me an email. But thank you for being here, and even if you're not participating and you're just keen to sort of watch, great, please do so. I know that Litsa from Coco's Crochet, she's already got enough going on. She doesn't have time to do another cal, and that's okay, but she's, you know, very keen to watch our progress. So thank you, Litsa, for your ongoing support. But that's it for this video. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you in Sunday's video, and then again next week for our weekly wrap up. Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble with that. Our weekly wrap up of week 1 of the Year of Granny Squares Cal. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.